Hey guys, what do you think of the theme? And I think my antennas are rising with this, but yes, I have chopsticks in my hair. How's everybody tonight? Because yeah, you just saw me yesterday and I told you guys we were didn't want to really do that episode because it was a spontaneous one because of the situations that are at hand, being Mental Health Awareness Month, perception of people and how they perceive others and everything and how you perceive instructions, things. So it's your perception of things. That was last night. But now our perception has been skewed to pseudoscience and to the Myers-Briggs test, which basically was part of Carl Jung and the Myers-Briggs family. And it was meant as a way to test your personality so that you could be categorized in what your strengths are, what they thought you would be, especially when they were going to war and stuff like that. Now, me being dyslexic and everything with all the stuff that's been going on, the test can be skewed a little bit, but also be accurate at the same time. So, me, my other co-conspirators from TARDIS and like everything have done their tests and everything. Christian has done his and Reverend has done. We asked others to join in and help, but the spoil sports did not come and help us and everything. So it's going to be a very short show about what our personalities are and where they fall because I think mine is accurate, but also because of me being dyslexic, it falls in a certain way and stuff. And Reverend's may match his, but definitely Christian matches his. So without further ado and everything, Reverend, you got all the posts and everything ready?
Well, I have mine and I have his. I don't have yours. I need to go
Yeah,
back
gave it
and
to you. That's why the show is live and why I keep adjusting the antennas because we've been finding little ways to get around to AI if anybody tries anything because I don't think AI would understand what these are. Even though it's hair ties and you know what I mean? Stuff. So if AI tries anything and all that. And what else do we have? We also have an unboxing, or well, I know what's in the bag. It's just that it's giving props to certain people and everything and stuff. Because that's what you're going to be seeing lately is going to be like the stuff that I owe people reviews on. I am so sorry, people. Well, he's getting that. Also, anybody dealing with VPN issues because I swear it's like I do not know anybody in Virginia. Well, technically I do, and technically I don't. But I'm not gonna say who I know or what I know. But I don't live there, so if you guys keep seeing me in Virginia, that's a ghost. We don't know what that is and everything. But yeah. So basically, let me see if I can pull up the history on my on what this test is and everything. Let's just click in here. My Myers Briggs personality test. Okay. And let's get the history of it. Let's see. Yes, it's free. Yes, it's this. There's a lot of things right now. Let's see. What can we do? Here we go. The Myers-Briggs type indicator, or MBTI, is a self-report questionnaire that makes pseudo-scientific claims to categorize individuals into 16 think psychological types, often called personality types. The test assigns a binary letter to each of the four categories. An example can be INTJ, ESFP, and then mine is weird when you see it and everything. But it began as a research into personality in 1917, and then throughout the times being used with Carl Jung's psychology and seeing who's an extrovert, introvert. It just basically has been either debunked, deproven, or just basically used for fun and entertainment to see the irrational, the rational type of person. It's just who's compatible with what, who's this, and everything. And a few of the other things like extensions and stuff like that. So it's basically just pseudoscience, right? Okay. So, well, how this and it's mental health awareness. So I figured this would be pretty cool because this was brought to my attention by a few of what I will hopefully consider them friends and everything. A lot of my friends on Instagram, a lot of my acquaintances on Instagram were taking these Myers-Briggs tests, and they were saying what they were and everything. So it gave me an idea saying for one of my shows, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, let's do something fun and creative, right? So I took the test. I got my results. Reverend took his test. He got the results. Christian took his test. He got results. We asked other people to take the test. Like I said, they did not respond back and everything. And I was very upset because they all always asked that they want to be on my shows and everything and stuff like that. And the other people that I could involve in this were busy right now, which were legitimately busy because it was shorter notice because we didn't know if we were going to do this show or not. But the other show came up and that's why it got all changed about. Right. So do you think we should go do the live one first or tell everybody first what ours is and then compare them?
Man, it's up to you because I have yours, mine's.
Well, put the link where we took the test and everything. Because it would be interesting to see if we get the same results if we take it live on camera,
Let's see. The last person I sent it to
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't respond back.
Let's see. Check if everybody's responding. I'm checking now too. I've sent this out to people. Hopefully it went through, but because of the situations we have at hand, it's a little hard to send things out to people.
But there's always, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that comes about, they can do it
like
next
right
week
now.
or so and say, okay, we'll do Myers-Briggs 2. So comparing what we did already, say,
Mm-hmm.
what's yours? So it'll be another short show.
Like I'm gonna put a link again if anybody wants to join. I'm just trying to remember which one's the phone and which one's the actual, web page and everything. And then I would say I go on Instagram right now and say if anybody wants to come on, but we're still dealing with the situations at hand, So basically, let's see what happens. But right now, you're sharing this to Facebook, right?
I shared it on here and I will share it to Facebook.
Maybe. And I shared my link to Facebook. So we'll see what happens. And I got the link on Instagram. So yeah. So basically, for those that are finding the channel or tuning in, this is my second channel because technically it was in the works, but due to a situation in 2016-17, it never went off the ground and it was always in the back burner, but it was always going to be a second channel. And running tests, running everything, I found people really do like the topics I bring up and everything. My only problem was I need a host and have Reverend who likes to be producing behind the scenes and stuff. So today we thought, well, during our shows for Mental Health Awareness Month, we were trying to make sure everybody was healthy, happy, trying to, if you need help, we give you the numbers, we give you everything, right? So we were thinking of shows once a week with that until I get my brand started because I don't think of numbers and likes and anything as blood for me. I'm doing this for fun and I want you guys to see it that way. But I'm bluntly honest, okay? So we've had a couple of episodes already, and yeah, they don't take off right away, but and stuff like that. We did find a few trolls and all the other stuff and everything. So we were like, okay, we have to do something. It's people's perception of what is things and stuff was yesterday's episode because of the situation at hand. It was originally supposed to be this episode. Okay. And it's basically the Myers-Briggs test. Now, I'm trying to see why it's not streaming out at the moment, and I'm trying to set it up because, as you see, it ties into yesterday's episode about perception. Because what is the perception of these electronics, and why is it not perceiving the way it's supposed to be? I'm in the right channel, I'm in everything, and it says we are live. Okay, now I can put it because I have to make sure it's not set for kids. because we got stuck with one episode that way, right? And I want to make sure you guys can see it and stuff. So let me put it this way, that way, save. That's one. And now let's get the other one edited. All right, before we begin, because I really want you guys to partake in this. And let's see. No, we don't want that. Okay, that with that, that with that, that with that, save. Okay. So it does show we are live to the world, and no views on this one, no views on that one. Okay. And that was the crazy theme. I'll be working on themes and commercials and stuff too, but we're going now. Should we keep the link on the screen, or should we basically, because I want people to take the test and submit in the comments what their personality is. We'll pull up on the website so you can see this is real, because thank you to the alleged AI programs, we have to do it this way. It's the only way we can show that we are not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm playing with my antennas. Look, see, antennas and stuff, because AI can't understand why I have things poking out of my head. See, I'll poke them like that. I'll poke them like this and things. And according to the psychics I've been watching, they say that I will actually have a viral video. So I know it looks like antennas. I want to wait and see what happens, you know? So without further ado, now that I babbled enough so that we can make sure we have everything in the system, right? Okay. Today's episode, even though we had one yesterday, is about the Myers-Briggs test. And I just explained what it was and everything. So most people now do it just for fun. And that's why I say thank you to my friends and acquaintances and everybody on Instagram for playing that, where you would put your picture and say what you are. Some people had 2, some people had 1, some people had others, and I was shocked and everything. Now, I have taken this test being a dyslexic, because they do this as a way of breaking the ice with people who are being evaluated and stuff. So I knew about this test, and even in high school and everybody, they did it as like compatibility tests and everything. We had a teacher in my psychology class that did it in my first college, everything. It was just for fun. Don't take it seriously, but sometimes it is too scary accurate, especially with me. But we also have to explain how some people have a dash letter after, and it explains what those are and everything. And those could be also if you're neurodivergent, have a learning disability. It could be anything that you would pick up on those. Or it could just be that that's how your personality is. That's why it's a pseudoscience. It's fun. It's everything. Now, since Christian's not here, do you want to show Christian's first?
Yeah, go ahead with that.
And then we can pull up on the web pages and everything what they mean, like because they have a box that tells you each of the different forms.
See, is this the one? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was his. So
Amanda.
If you go to that website, www.16personalities.com, you get to play this. It's free. Don't pay for it. You can pay for it if you want, but don't pay for it. So we asked a bunch of people to do it, and Christian responded, and he got Commander. He's an ENTJ-T. Now, normally the code would be ENTJ, but he got a -T. Now, if you look up what the extra T means, and does it tell you on your page? Because I'll look it up on mine and get you the link. Okay. Let me look it up real quick. But the Commander is usually basically, let's see, Myers-Briggs personality test, Commander. Because the Commander personality is bold, initiative, strongly. Let's see. Why does this thing? I hate when these things really. Sorry, guys. It basically just went blurry. Strong-willed, always finding a way or making one. People with this personality type embody the gift of charisma and confidence as projects authority in ways that draws crowds together behind a common goal. If there's anything the Commander loves, it's a good challenge. Now, that is Christian to a T. You know, that is Christian to a T. Now we have the T here at the end. That's why I'm going to also figure out what's going on with that. Well, can you pull up anything like Myers-Briggs personality, like what the meanings are and everything? Because I think the 16 and 1 has it.
That's when mine actually said the same thing. Mine was the adventurer and has a T on it.
That's why I'm trying to figure out, because there's a T and an A. If you get the T and the A, one is assertive and one is turbulent. Okay. So let's see what happens with this, because with mine, there was a lot of things because of being with mine is very rare, and that's what scares people and everything. So if you get a T turbulent personality, okay, power of stress activated. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm 90% turbulent.
Intuitive is N, T is thinking, and then that's if you're in the analysis part. Diplomats, okay, that tells you that. Okay, that's just telling that. But the turbulent T, the dash T, power of stress activated. Turbulent individuals are successfully driven perfectionists. Eager to improve, they are always trying to counterbalance their self-doubts by achieving more. Just as they push themselves to become better, they are likely to push their projects or efforts in the same direction. Turbulent personality types tend to notice little problems and often do something about them before they become large ones. 86% of the turbulent identities say that comparing themselves to others usually results in a negative feeling, compared to the 58% whose assertive identity. Now, here's the funny part about everything. Because that is Christian, right? Mm-hmm. That is like him, especially with everything and stuff and all the other things. Now, I'm just going to pull mine up while you guys, because on my phone, I took the screenshots of what I fall under when it comes to this and everything. I'm just trying to find where I put it in this thing. But let's show yours, Reverend. So now that we know what the turbulence part is, stress and perfection. That's the short form of it. You got adventurer. And yours says you are the truest artist of life, crafting beauty and meaning in everything you do. Your creative spirit is matched only by your deep sensitivity to the world around you. You have an uncanny ability to live fully in the present moment, savoring the experiences through your finely tuned senses. Your spontaneous nature leads you to embrace life's adventures with open arms, not only for the rigid plan structures ahead, but prefer situation arise. The flexibility allows you to make the most of every opportunity comes your way. Now, isn't that cool?
Yes. The difference between A and T, a lion or a house cat. 59% of assertive adventurers say that they would rather be a lion in the wild than a house cat, compared to 23% of turbulent adventurers. Yeah, rather just be a house cat. Just
And then I get the one.
So funny.
That everyone has said is me. I get the I cannot pronounce that word. Logistician?
There's no T. Logician?
Logician? The only T is right there, and it's the dash T.
Yeah.
It says the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity is on resonance. Now, I know you guys try to look that up under their guidelines, what that is, but I have it here on my phone, and I have it says, as an INTP logician, your purpose, you possess a unique blend of intellectual curiosity, analytical power, and penchant for abstract thinking. Your mind is a playground of ideas, constantly exploring the complex concepts and seeking to understand the underlying principles of the world around you. You approach life with a rational, logical mindset, preferring to rely on the facts and reason rather than the emotions or conventional wisdom. Your insatiable thirst for knowledge drives you to delve deep into subjects that capture your interest. You are not content with surface level understanding. Instead, you strive to grasp the inner intricacies of system and theory, often developing innovative solutions to complex problems. The intellectual depth combined with your ability to think outside the box sets you apart from both personal and professional spheres. Now, basically, gave you all your personality traits on here and stuff, right? And it tells you your compatibility and other things. There's supposed to be, I know I found it when I was looking it up on other things, that said mine, because I have the -T and I'm female, is one of the rarest ones. That's why I needed you to look that up to show on the computer, because that is very interesting about being it's the rarest one. Yeah, mine is again INTP-T.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that one up.
Personality and rarity.
Let's bring that page up here from.
Because I have it
I was
here.
looking at mine, doing a comparison. So let's bring yours up here.
But you can also look at it through Google. Just put INTP-T personality.
So it says because you're the -T for turbulent.
I'm a perfectionist.
See, you're 36% comfortable with yourself. Let's see, you are 42%. I would say they are proud of who they are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 54% would say they often make decisions they know they'll regret.
Now that's assertive, where I'm T, turbulent.
Assertive are 27%. 54% are turbulent, that say they would they would often make decisions they know they'll regret.
Well, just go to regular Google and put in INTP-T personality, and you won't get that. You'll get something else.
Wow.
You get the psychology one.
59% of turbulent logicians say they are confident when they deal with day-to-day activities. 45% would say they are satisfied with what they have achieved so far in life, more than 28% of turbulent logicians are satisfied with what they have achieved so far in life. 66% of turbulent logicians say they become stressed out when there are last-minute changes.
Especially when you're dyslexic, yes.
Let's see, 60% say they get angry easily, over the 27%. 23% of turbulent logicians consider themselves very intelligent. 51% of turbulent logicians say they feel envy when a friend accomplishes a goal.
Now I see. No, that's different from me. I don't have that.
Compared to 24% to them. 85% turbulent logicians say they would take a while for them to forgive themselves when they make a mistake in front of a friend.
No, you see, I always go right after, yeah.
In summary, assertive logicians are likely to be more consistent than turbulent logicians due to confidence in the choices they make and being less influenced by others. Turbulent logicians change their goals more often than assertive cousins. They can make these personalities more flexible problem solvers through perhaps too flexible at times. Assertive, less moved by the opinions of others. However, the results of assertive ones put more distance between themselves and people in their lives. Turbulent are more influenced by the opinions and approval of those in their lives. This makes people with their personality type more open to accessible to their friends, families, and coworkers. And turbulent logicians who depend too much on the opinions of others may find they freeze in place waiting for approval, or to the contrary, they may give up and move on, abandoning a potential good idea.
But this is what 16 personalities has. Now I want you to go to Google and you're going to put in INTP-T female.
Okay, copy.
Right.
Let me get to Google instead of Bing. Google.
I'm surprised you use
Okay.
Bing. Nobody uses Bing.
It's part of Microsoft, so I'm not gonna. They said Google was going all AI.
So is Bing.
Yeah, because of Copilot.
Mm. Told you,
So
my friend
I just
removed
leave what they
Copilot.
gave me. It's free. I'm not touching it. I'm not gonna add any more programs. Enough with the things here. Email. It's what given to me. I'll take it and I go onward. Because the AI overview says this, but Reddit says this.
You put INTPT female, right?
Yep,
Personality female.
INTP -T
Personality.
female.
Personality.
Well, it still brings up
Okay.
turbulent.
So let's see what that one says.
Now for the AI overview
Mm-hmm.
through Google, it says INTP female turbulent /T are rare, independent, and intellectually curious individuals who often feel misunderstood due to their departure from traditional gender norms. They are logical, direct, and often appear detached or unpolished, preferring deep, abstract discussions over small talk. As women, they may struggle with the nurturing stereotype, preferring instead to a analytical, creative, and autonomous thinkers. Key characteristics are highly intellectual and independent, uh, socially independent, direct communication, low maintenance, deep emotional depth, with common struggles of social awkwardness, being misunderstood, and internal struggles. The turbulent variant can lead to higher self competition, insecurity, or a tendency to be harder on themselves regarding their abilities. Romance. They seek partners who can stimulate their intellectuality and respect their need for autonomy. They may be hesitant to embrace conventional dating norms and prefer partners who understand the directness and need for space. Reddit. Rarely go on Reddit
Yeah. So I'm that's why it's a pseudoscience thing.
because these are people's opinions on Reddit. You either
Mm.
got the computer making the decision or you get people's opinions make decisions. So it's
Well, now if you do it with yours, just put yours male, right? And then we'll do Christians and see what that says.
I go back into Google. Okay. I actually close it out because it didn't give me the right thing. Okay, so mine was right, personality types. Let's put Christian because he's on top. Commander,
Right.
and he was also a T. He was also turbulent.
Yeah, so just highlight his ENTJ-T.
We're all turbulent. T. No, down there and male.
Mm-hmm.
So again, following AI overview because it's the first thing that pops up because that's what everything does.
This is why I said, people, we don't like AI, but if we're forced to, which we are, we have to.
Because it's either the computer making a decision or people making decisions. Otherwise, it's still opinions.
Yeah, and that's what's
So for me, I just want to live my life. And ENTJ-T turbulent commander male is a driven, charismatic, and analytical leader who combines natural authority with a heightened desire for self-improvement and self-doubt, leading to a more perfectionistic, sensitive, and emotional reactive nature than his assertive A counterpart. They are career focused, often seeking top positions and apply high standards to both work and relationships. I see it. Driven leader, turbulent intensity. They're more likely to be perfectionists, driven by a desire for improvement and sensitive to stress and potential failures, as it's stated at the top there. It's funny. It does say 16 personalities. So they did get this from. So the AI did get it from the source.
Okay.
So I had to comment on that. They were not making this up. They were taking it from 16 personalities.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why if it's factual or what is being supposedly, we will. And see, I'm also altering these because like I said, That way you guys know we're not AI.
Or CGI.
Yeah.
Strategic and rational. Oh yeah, because they hold
Mhm.
strategic and rational, direct and blunt. Active partners, they often take charge, bringing energy and dedication to relationships, often viewed as themselves as serious
Mhm.
business to win at, protective and loyal. While they can be blunt, they also are loyal and will move mountains for loved ones. I can understand it. Thoughtful mentors, goal orientated, decisive, potential challenges, abrasive tendencies due to direct nature. They can be perceived as cold or bossy. And this one came from Reddit because you're using a source from Reddit for this. Emotional work in progress. The T trait can make them more prone to anxiety or frustration when things don't align with their vision.
Oh, okay.
While the 16 personalities goes into, it does go into this, but it's not just the ENTJ. But it's through 16 personalities, but they give an AI overview through 16 personalities.
See, that's the bad thing about it. Like, I'm checking right now to see if anybody's watching right now and stuff too. That's why if you guys see me with my head down, I am paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It's just that, like I said, it's basically very interesting that how this was used back in the day to figure out everything. Now let's check yours as male.
Okay, let's go back let's remove his.
Mm-hmm. Yours was the.
It's so many every time I click a freaking button. Okay, media says me take his. Mine was a longer form.
Yeah.
I was the adventurer. Adventure time. Come on to your friends.
So yours is ISFFPT, right?
Is FIPT. Mine is FIPT. Okay, IS FIPT dash P male. Okay, let's say male. Okay. So through the Google AI overview, does list personality 16 personalities plus 3 others. The other one was listing 4. I don't know. Mine is I typed the wrong letter. I typed the wrong letter.
No.
Okay, I did type the wrong letter.
ISFPT, right?
Yeah, I typed the wrong. IS
is for people. Tom
is for people. I have too many screens up here. IS is FIPT. ISFP-T. Type mail. Okay. ISFP. Okay. ISFP-T males, the adventurer, composer, are artistic, free-spirited, and emotionally sensitive individuals who prioritize authentic experiences over rigid structure. Yes. As turbulent T types, they are often self-critical, deeply observant of their surroundings, and driven by a need for continuous improvement. They are supportive partners, friends known for their spontaneity, creativity, and gentle, non-judgmental nature. Creative and spontaneous, often march to the beat of their own drum. Enjoying and creating beauty in their surroundings. They love hands-on activities, art, and exploring new experiences. Deeply sensitive and caring, emotionally receptive, picked up on unspoken feelings, make them feel empathetic, sometimes vulnerable to becoming oversensitive to criticism. Self-reflective, unlike the A's, frequently question their decisions and look for ways to improve. They can lead to higher levels of self-growth, but self-doubting and overthinking. Non-judgmental, they are generally tolerant and dislike conflict, prefer to be flexible and adaptable. Quietly loyal, devoted partners who prefer to express their affection through actions rather than grand vocal declarations. So I'm generous and attentive, get great pleasure from making their partners happy. Action orientated, prefer spontaneity over rigid plans, keep relationships exciting, appreciate personal space. They are introverts who need their quiet time to recharge, even if they appear very engaging and social in the moment. That was from YouTube Truly and 4 others. There's only quietly loyal. That was 16 personalities and not 3 and 4 others, but that one is YouTube Truly and 4 others. Okay, whatever that means. Personal life and growth thrive in freedom. They struggle with rigid, highly structured, or fast-paced corporate environments. They excel in careers that often autonomy, such as design, arts, hands-on, and creative roles. Growth opportunities need to work on long-term planning, setting firm boundaries, and expressing their emotions more openly rather than keep them bottled up. That was from Bale State University and 4 others. And whoever Quora is, they are often, as one Reddit user described them, very Austin Powers. No, I said that. I said they are often, as one Reddit user described them, dangerously sexy and adorably sweet, baby, due to the combination of their artistic edge and gentle, nurturing behavior. Do I make you Randy? So, yeah,
It's very interesting.
That fits me to a T.
Well, mine fits me, but does it? Because we took these off camera. Imagine taking them on camera. Do you think we have time for that, since nobody decided to show up and it might be just this, and we might just do an unboxing?
Because, like I said, it's very fitting
for
you, the most part. For me, pretty much dead set.
Well,
and Christian is understandable.
Christian that's Christian, But then again, it's also pseudoscience because, like I said, some of the stuff on there I don't match with, and stuff like that, because these are general topics.
And for me, like, it's let me just screenshot this one because it's already here.
Yeah.
My numbers, share screen for that one. 83% introverted. Yes. Observant most time when I want to pay attention. Feelings. Oh, feelings. Prospecting.
I have mine too right here. Let me just see if I can find them.
And turbulence. Yes. I mean, it just fits tremendously. Everything just.
Well, mine says that, like, I'm looking at mine right now, you guys.
Calm in the storm.
Mine says I'm 53% introverted. Okay, personality traits. So that's the funny part. I'm almost middle, if you notice, right? With everything, like, I can send these to you, but you're gonna get a lot of screenshot bottoms on things and stuff. But under mine, I'm like 53% introverted under energy. On the mind part of it, I'm 73% intuitive. Nature part of it, I'm 52% thinking. Tactics, I'm 51% prospective, right? And I'm trying to see why did they have it where judging? Where's judging? Identity, 63% turbulent. So that's probably where the T comes from, the turbulent part.
Yes.
Okay,
T
so I'm 63% turbulent. So if you look at that and everything, it says I'm down. It says my cognitive abilities are undoubtedly a strength. They can sometimes lead to a challenge in social realms. You might find yourself more comfortable in the world of ideas rather than in emotional or social situations. I know exactly where to hide when I go to Comic-Con. Your tendency to analyze everything, including your social interaction, can sometimes make you appear detached or aloof to others who don't understand your thought process. Nope. And that's where the dyslexia comes in, and the thinking and stuff, my dyslexic thinking, because of everything. But then it says, as an INTP, you value independence and autonomy highly. You prefer to work at your own pace. Yep, you can't time me. following your own interests and methods. The independence can be a double-edged sword. Yes, it is. While allowing you to pursue your passions with constraint, it also can lead to difficulties when you need to conform to external structures and deadlines. I made my deadlines, but it was cutting it close. Learning to balance your needs and freedoms, practically demanding key part of your growth, right?
Mhm.
Now, what did you get for career path, though?
Mm.
Because mine states that in professional life, I thrive in environments that challenge my intellect and allow me to explore complex problems. Fields such as scientific research, software development, data analysis, philosophical inquiry often appeal to my logical and schematic approach. I excel at spotting inconsistencies, developing theoretical models, and finding innovative solutions that others might overlook. Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it says, however, my career path may not always be straightforward. Your diverse interests and dislikes for routine can lead you to explore various fields before settling on a direction. You may also struggle with mundane aspects of work, life, and such adhering to scheduling or dealing with the office politics. I plead the fifth on that. Finding a role that offers both intellectual stimulation and enough flexibility to accommodate your working style is crucial for your job satisfaction and long-term career. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where they're trying to get you where you have to pay for things so that you can see like what's your perfectionist thing, right? Like your strengths and stuff, right? So my strengths are novel perspectives. I have the ability to look beyond traditional framework, helping me to solve otherwise perplexing scenarios in unexpected ways. I'm quick to see patterns. That's dyslexia. I swiftly recognize hidden connections between ideas, enabling me to identify solutions that others may have missed. I am driven by curiosity because I'm genuine eagerness to learn ensures continuous growth, leading to regular expansion of my skills. I have adaptability and I adjust comfortably to new information or changing circumstances, maintaining clear events when others feel overwhelmed. Yep. Independent and self-direct. I am definitely desire to work autonomously, empowers remaining focused, engaged. Yep, that's me. And then it says I'm a truth focus. You place great emphasis on facts-based understanding, ensuring your decisions are soundly reasoned through research. So when people question my abilities about finding out facts and truth, just know that my personality test shows that I am telling the truth, that I will research high and low to find the truth because I'm truth focused. My weakness, according to them, now these can take with a grain of salt because depending on the dyslexia and everything, difficulty completing tasks. I've never had that because growing up in the household I had, plus the jobs I've had, I don't like getting yelled at. So I never had difficulty completing tasks. I do have a difficulty understanding when no one explains it correctly to me. That way I can't complete the task. And some people do that on purpose to me, especially a job for 18 and a half years that we know set me up on things, allegedly. So, and then it says resistant to structure. Now, same thing. This could be the dyslexia because my brain doesn't work the same as everybody else. So, a rigid system of rules and procedures can be demanding. You make traditional workspace or tidy controlled processing. Because somebody's way works for them doesn't usually work for somebody who's dyslexic. Okay. Then it says struggles with practicalities. Your preference for theoretical exploration can lead to overlook essential details. Now, see, no, I don't do that because I look at both sides of the coin. Like I said, two heads, two faces. I make sure I'm dealing with a coin that has one tail and one head, you know? And under promoting yourself. Now, yes, I have this thing. I try to stay in the shadows. Because every time I've tried to promote myself or anything, people have tried to steal my destiny, steal my ideas, and steal everything. And I try not to, and that's a bad thing and stuff. I don't procrastinate because, like I said, being dyslexic, working for what I worked for, and living in the family I lived with, you cannot be procrastinator. Distracted, I don't do squirrel. However, if I'm hyper focused, like I usually am, I will not hear you. You know what I mean? So it's not distraction. you know. And it says your personal growth resolves around balancing intellectual pursuit with emotional, developing emotional intelligence, and improving your communication skills. I'm a motor mouth. I don't shut up. All right. And then there's all the other stuff on lock for $9. I'm highly reflective. So I regularly reflect and question myself, enabling to gain deeper insights and greater personality. I'm open to self-improvement, yes. I admit when I'm wrong. I admit whatever and everything. I'm intuitive thinking, where my imagination allows me a creative approach to life changes and roadblocks in my way. I seek authenticity. Again, what's real? Committed to remaining genuine, true to my own principles, meaning going against society's pressures and majorities, embracing complexity rather than rather than fearing complicated ideas or uncertain things. I pursue them with all possibilities. And then comfortable being alone. Oh, yes. I know how to be alone and be alone. I will sit here with a book and a candle if there's no power. I will sit here with the cat and just watch TV. I will, if somebody shows up, you should have called first. Because I ain't getting up to answer the door. And then the weaknesses are over analyzing minor decisions. No, that's because I want to make sure it's perfect because I'm being dyslexic and people second guessing and questioning my abilities, right? Struggling with routines, depending on how the routine is. If someone messes with my routine, yeah, it's going to throw me off. It's going to throw off an ADHD person. It's going to throw off somebody with OCD. It's going to throw off anybody, if you have a set schedule and stuff. Difficulty expressing emotions. We can call that we don't have to worry, right? We don't go there. Stubborn skeptic. Your critical thinking sometimes dissolves into skeptic. No. Man, I don't know. Lost in daydream. Nope. I don't get lost in daydream. I get hyper focused when I'm working on things. Neglecting self-care. That is what I'm talking. That's why my friends get mad at me. I forget to eat sometimes. If I'm literally hyper focused on something and it's not ADHD, because I've been tested, it is not ADHD. I'll forget to eat, or I'll forget what time it is or anything, because I want to get the project done. So it's like, if I have to clean the apartment, my friends would call me, especially my friend Melissa. She would call me and go, she always got a feeling. She's like, "You didn't eat today, did you?" I was like, "I think I did." She goes, "No, you cleaned today, right? And you went through everything. We would go back and argue, and then I realized, yeah, I didn't eat." And she goes, "Go and eat, sit down and eat," because I don't know how to stop because of being, 1, dyslexic, 2, the household I grew up in, and 3, the jobs I had, where if you did not get it done, I don't want to be yelled at, And then this talks about relationships, but it says, whenever romantic, platonic, or familiar, you bring depth and honesty and unique perspective. You value intellectual compatibility highly, forming your strongest bonds with those who can engage in your stimulating conversation and appreciate the abstract thinking. Your logical approach to problem solving can be a valuable asset in a relationship, helping resolve conflicts and everything. However, your tendency to prioritize logic over emotion can sometimes create challenges in relationships. Friend, romantic, okay. You may struggle to understand or respond to others' emotions, potentially leading across as insensitive or detached. Well, if you're lying to me, I'm going to find out the truth. And my strengths are generally honest. You prefer to be truthful, create trust and encourage healthy and more sincere relationships with others. Gee, how hard is that with people, Tom? I mean, how hard is that, right? I enjoy rich conversation. My enthusiasm for meaningful discussion, exchange of ideas naturally depends on the bond, stimulating stronger connections. My vitality, valuing individuality. There we go. You're appreciative of others, right, as unique individuals with their perspectives and beliefs, allowing you to form bonds unrestricted by stereotypes. I tell people, if I see something in you, you're going to go far. Or I don't care your political whatever or anything, or this or that or anything. We're still friends, It would be boring if we were the same, right? And then I have logic and conflict resolution, right? Your rational approach helps resolve misunderstandings, constructively preserving harmony in relationships, except when you deal with people that refuse to tell the truth and conform to things and stuff, like my family and things like that. They will make sure that their truth is, that they know of. Thoughtful and attentive. You observe and remember details about those you care for, demonstrating sincere care. I have shocked so many people over the years at conventions because I remembered everything and stuff. Like, even voice actors and everything, and I remembered what they liked and everything and stuff, and they were shocked I remembered, but sometimes they can't have it anymore because of health reasons and stuff, or if it was food or something, right? Or I remembered what they liked book-wise or things like that. So I would bring them their stuff, and they're like, "How do you remember this? Because you took care of me, I take care of you now." It's also the Italian way, you know? I got a guy, I take care of you, it's your family, and stuff like that. Don't cross family, So yeah, and I'm respectful of boundaries. Your own need for space, right? I will not cross them. That's why I don't understand why people think I'm very weird when it comes to meeting people and stuff. Like, I'm not stalky, I'm not whatever. I know what boundaries are, not like that other person who has been around the convention scenes that doesn't know what boundaries are. And we know a few of them. There's people that don't know what boundaries are, but I do. But because I have that caring nature and everything else, other people fear that it's not. And that's the sad part about it. That's why my weakness is I'm emotionally distant. Because why, if I'm going to show you and then you dismiss it, right? And then I have difficulty initiating connections because, again, because people can't take me at my best, they won't take, I don't initiate anything because I never know if they're telling the truth or not. And if the bonds are there, because people are thinking, oh, she's looking very, no, uncomfortable showing affection. Yes, I do, because of being dyslexic, the way that I grew up and everything else, So I'm not going to show affection unless you really have true feelings and stuff. That's also the hetero demisexual. And that's another show we'll talk about on another episode, like what the orientation of people are, because that's one I wish people I can have on, because I need to understand all this. Okay. Easily exhausted by socializing. Yes. Even though I'm a motor mouth and everything, guys, if you see me after a convention, I'm curled up in a ball in a bed. Yeah. Communication oversights. Facts rather than feelings. I want to know the facts because I've been lied to too much. Avoiding emotional discussions because I don't like being yelled at, because people in my life don't know how to talk. They yell. Hence why I yell too. But basically my type, we're the quiet loner and the dreamer, the low maintenance, not very feminine. I love kids. This thing says I don't like kids, but I love kids. Doesn't fit in with peers and is often the target of bullying. Oh, yes, that is true. I hate drama. Yes, that's why I don't like screaming. And one of the rarest types. So that's what mine is. And then, Reverend, how is yours with your personality traits and everything like that? Because it's interesting, and stuff. Because we know Christians is like dead on the money,
Also looking up that. Oh, there it is.
Looking up what? What'd you find?
Oh, eBay.
Oh,
the talisman thing.
He's on eBay doing things while I'm trying to have a show, right? This is live, people. This is why this show is not scripted.
It's like, you're talking about your stuff. It's like, okay, I'm producing in the background, so
because
like I was stuck in a corner for tonight's show on Legend of Trying Tortoise. And then everyone was talking so much, and I ran out of time, which is fine because I usually don't have much to say. Then I got off track because I looked at the time. It's like, wait, where was I again? The time distracted me. So everyone got their say. Well, my story's out there.
And I'm like, it's not looking at the time right now too. We've only just making an hour and nobody's come on. We try sharing it, but like I said, unless we get a funny episode or a niche or whatever and stuff like that. Like you have 3,000 subscribers. I have 181 now on my
Two.
other station. Okay.
This personal channel has two, which is it's
Yeah.
good. I'm good with that. Shocked with the other thing. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. Personality traits. The
Let's see.
adventurer, truly artistic in life,
Well,
crafting
where's
beauty.
the screenshot of it? Like, do you have a screenshot of it or no?
Oh,
Because I know you got your actual stuff up. That's why I'm laughing.
so let's see here. Keep putting the wrong button. That one, the one with the screen on it. Share screen. Not Hero Wars. Not that one. Not eBay. So let's go to your profile. Okay. So, adventurer, true artist of life, absolutely true, crafting beauty and meaning it in everything you do. Creative spirit, yes. Some general obvious stuff here. Heart of gold. Gold. Empathy runs deep. Genuine desire to understand and support those around you. That's what screws me up most of the time. However, you are not one to wear your heart on your sleeve. Your feelings have to run deeper than others realize. Independent spirit, defining traits. I choose close relationships. You also need ample personal space to explore your interests and express yourself. This balancing connection and autonomy is crucial for your happiness and well-being. Careers, uh, natural talent for bringing beauty and practicality together through art, design, or craftsmanship. Uh, create off your ideal career offers variety and flexibility, allow you to tackle new challenges. Like at my job, I do other things as well, so it
Mm-hmm.
gets me away to do it. I did more before, but while others wander around and allowed to do it, that's just let me do what I need to do on these 2 days, and I'll be fine. People don't understand that. However, your traditional career ladder may not always align with your free spirit nature, of course. Find struggling with long term career planning, obviously, and feeling stifled in an
Stifled.
overly structured environments. Path to professional fulfillment lies in finding a balance between your need to create freedom and the practical demands of the working world. That's you got to pay for that crap. Um, Creative expression, quick to adapt, genuine empathy, flexible approach, attention to atmosphere, practical creativity. Weaknesses lost in routine, yes. Struggling with deadlines, pretty much. Most of the time, not all the time. I can still do it, I just don't want to. Avoiding long-term planning, yes. Reluctant to promote yourself, yes. Because I just hide in the shadows. It's easier that way. Easily discouraged by criticism. Yes, someone says I'm doing something wrong. Well, I'm trying. I'm not. It's very difficult. Technical challenges. Yes. Say do things like this. I don't know. And stuff they had to pay for. I don't really care. Not paying $9. Personal growth, deeply intertwined with your quest for authenticity and self-expression. Innate desire to stay true to yourself, which can sometimes clash with social expectations. Yep. Key challenges is developing self-discipline to turn your creative visions into reality without losing the spontaneity that makes you unique. You evolve, you may find it as you evolve, you may find it beneficial to work on expressing your emotions more openly and assertively, while rich while your rich inner world is a source of strength. Learning to share it with others can lead to deeper connections and personal satisfaction. Growth for you isn't about changing who you are, but about becoming the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. Strengths of insightful about emotions, authenticity, savoring the present, personal reflection, open-minded curiosity, imaginative thinking. Weaknesses, of course, trouble communicating needs,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding consistent habits, sensitive self esteem, distracted from goals, reluctant to leave comfort, mm, difficulty handling stress, because enough as it is. Relationships, caring nature with loyalty shining bright, a gift for creating harmonious environments, make everyone Feel accepted and understood. Empathy allows you to form deep, meaningful connections to those close to you. However, your need for personal space and independence can sometimes create a pull dynamic in your relationships. So while you feel emotionally, while you feel emotions intensely, you may also struggle to express them verbally, preferably to show your affection through actions rather than words, like buying things for people,
Mhm.
giving things to people. This can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, especially those who communicate differently. Your path to fulfilling relationships involves finding partners and friends who appreciate your unique ways of showing love and respect your need for autonomy, bringing the strengths of empathetic listening, respecting others' autonomy, warmth and affection, forgiving spirit, cherishing small moments, quiet support, while weaknesses, holding feelings inside, uncomfortable confrontations, avoiding commitment pressures, unspoken expectations, easily feeling neglected, inconsistent with plans. The things happen. I learned that over the time, and I don't want to pay $9 when they gave me the gist of everything. When this is just say pseudoscience, well, you're supposed to follow these things. Oh, yeah, everything for me and always will be because you say, oh, I fit this, and so that makes sense. I
That
feel
I'm like
this,
thinking that's crazy.
but in general, we are all set certain ways. We all have that basic uh, programming inside. Then you go to school, they say you have to do this and that, and that's when the changes come about. But then you get to the real world, it's like, well, there's not much you can do. Well, see how others get away with things, which is not fair. Those work hard, others get away
Mhm.
with things, and as it pushed me further to, yeah, I don't want to deal with anything anymore. I just want
It's
to,
sad though.
yeah, I have a massive pile up here. I did a little bit of cleaning of a slight adjustments from past 2 days, but not much to make a dent. Just made a ding, but I was happy with it. I made some changes off to the side, creatively made some changes. I was happy with that.
Mhm.
So that took my
Well, you're trying to figure out
time away.
everything with life and everything. And
Yeah,
that's why
and
we were like, we thought this would be a fun thing, but we thought more people would join in on it. And this is the thing. We don't know if people are actually judging my channel because of other people's perceptions of things. And that's why we did the perception episode yesterday, because it does play on mental health. And sometimes if people understood their personalities, like if you compare my personality test with, like, there should be a chart that says the compatibility. I don't know if I sent it to you. It's like a big circle of, like, you know how you have the opposite color spectrums and everything and stuff, like which person is more compatible with these and everything. So let me see if I can find that, because the Myers-Briggs, like, like how do we put it? Let's see, Myers, because there was a way to see it. VR Briggs
I saw the circle thing. I
personality
just
types, like compatibility. Like, here we go. Yeah, if you put it in, don't put the dash in, but put Myers-Briggs personality types compatibility and go to images, you get the compatibility charts, which is a ton. If you go to all, I'm trying to find mostly people. See, mostly people play with this on Reddit.
yeah.
Or you can go to 16 personalities, says, what is your ideal partner? Right. And that one is like, take the test and everything. And I'm like, no. Which is like interesting too, because it is part of the personality test. Like, here's the link. Maybe we'll take that one online. I mean, that, in front of everybody. This is that one. This is the personality. What's your ideal partner from this
Oh,
company. It says, are you single, hungry, tired of browsing?
yeah. Let me do a screenshot of that one.
Yeah, and I'm
Ah,
laughing at it because What about you? Only 10 minutes to get a freakish accurate description. Now that scares me.
And I just had deja vu.
Okay. Now this is interesting. Would you take the test online for this one? It says it's free, right? But which test is it? In the top corner, or is it that other one?
Was that say go premium? Oh my word.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Don't hit the go premium. Don't hit the go premium. Just go up and see what happens. What does it say? Like, what is the free test? Where do you click on for the free test? Like, how come yours? Did you have an account made or something? Mine does not look like that.
Well, it did ask me to put my name in there. I already had the test, and that asked me for my name, so I put my name in there. It's okay.
I didn't put my
So it
name or
asked
anything.
me
Mine just says take test.
on updates, new article published here and there.
Yeah, I didn't put my name
Notification
in or anything.
settings. I was still logged in.
Okay, see if you can take the test because that makes sense now. Go down and see if there's a test, like whatever it says. Because mine says take test now. Do you have the button for take test?
No, it doesn't have a button. Further reading. What does it take to make a relationship work? Our romantic fulfillment test.
Okay.
So, if you already have a romantic partner, are free to get to know your partner. And if you like someone of a particular type, but do they know you? We have how to tell if someone is into you by personality type. So there's 3 tests that they offer.
They give you 3 tests? I only got 1 over here.
Romantic fulfillment, get to know your partner, and how to tell if someone is into you by personality type. Under further reading.
Oh, I found it. Okay. But yeah. Oh, premium. So offers deep inside premium resource, premium. So where's the one for free?
I didn't even click the premium one.
No, we don't need premium. I'm trying to find the free one.
Let's see what this is. What? It's just a description. It's just.
And I have it says take test in corner, and I can't show you it because it's like.
Mine just gives you general information, like. So for where am I?
Yeah, mine gives me 3 different free personality tests. Look at this. I'm in it. It's telling me to take the test. It says complete the test, view the details, unlock your potential.
What the deuce?
That's why I'm wondering, is it the test I already took? Or is it the romantic test?
I have to say it's just because this was just giving the details. So
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is this the
for adventurers? If they're into you, they'll be kind of perhaps even warmer towards you, but they won't really open up.
Like mine has take test here, right? And then you scroll down here, right? And then I get this. What about you? 10-minute freak reaction description of who you are and things. So it keeps saying take the test, but is there the romantic test one, or like I said, this is pseudoscience.
These
are all premium. This is the only one down here.
No, those aren't premium. It just gives you a description. That's not premium. That's not even a test. These are just saying.
Well, click on it. It says click on.
Oh, sorry. Let me click on it. There we go.
Romantic. What's the romantic fulfillment test?
How to tell if someone is into you by personality type. It's just in general. So it's like.
Oh, upgrade to take this test. Does it really work? I have to upgrade to take that test. So what's the last one? The last one. Yeah, that's strange. Like, I would love to take the test, but like, which personality do I work with? You know what I mean? And it won't let me take that. It says, which personality type is your ideal partner? Single, hungry, personality, right? Okay. Maybe you'll enjoy some things. Apparently, here we go. Lots of private. Okay. Logic. But where's the test? Everyone else said they took the test, so where's the test? Personality tests? No. Personality types. Careers, teams. Look at that. See what I mean? How it's a pseudoscience?
Unlock full results for $9 and
No. No. And then if you click on MBTI compatibility test, you get all these other interesting sites. Yeah, all you get is the personality test on the 16 one. You don't get the romantic test. You don't get the compatibility test.
no, it's paying premium to get this stuff to go
Right.
through. Which
So you would look for the compatibility chart. Here we go. I would put it in as Myers-Briggs friendship compatibility chart. That's the only way it came up. But no dashes, no nothing. And see if you get what I get, which is this. And I put it as Myers-Briggs friendship compatibility chart.
under 16 personalities?
No, just Google.
Oh, Google. So let me get out of this then.
Yeah.
And
That's the only way I found it, but that's friendship compatibility. I'm trying to find all the compatibilities.
Myers-Briggs. Take a free personality test. Personality.co. Male.
It says Myers-Briggs friendship compatibility chart. INTP is compatible with INTJ, INTP, ENTJ, ENTP, but is less compatible with ESFP, ISFP, ESTP, ISTP, ENFJ, INFP, ESFJ. Oh, God.
When I typed in Myers-Briggs, I got between personality.co and personality, mypersonality.net.
This is where I get to the point when I show you what to put in and you still don't do it.
And the Myers-Briggs company.
Like, and we're not on camera either.
Oh.
Yeah, what'd you do?
What the what? Oh,
type in the what I just put there. That whole sentence.
Because there is actually Myers-Briggs, the Myers-Briggs.com. That's actually set, the Myers-Briggs company. They have their test too.
Mm-hmm.
But it go through public certification, in-house certification. So like, okay, to be certified to be part of the Myers-Briggs company, that's a whole nother situation. That's they want money for that sucker.
Mm-hmm.
And personality.co, cleared that out. Myers-Briggs search. You just type in, it's all about money. Paste. Compatibility chart free.
How come I'm finding that and you're taking forever? I just put in those 2, 4, 5 words and I got that.
Because for me, it comes out that personality.co, mypersonality.net.
And you don't get this when you type it in. You just type in the search bar and get this. You don't get this.
No. Google doesn't do that.
My Google does.
I mean, Bing doesn't do that.
Stay away from Bing.
I'm not downloading another program. That's why it's comparing things to one AI to the other AI. Maybe,
This doesn't even have AI next to it.
but Google is AI. Google.
Hey, Firefox.
Everything is
Foxfire got killed.
Firefox got killed.
Yeah, it's not the same anymore.
Of course, it's not. That
I
was
just
like
love the fact that they think I live in Virginia and I don't.
how do I get out of AI mode?
You
I don't want to
can't.
be.
I tried.
As I said, it's like it has the the magnifying glass is AI mode. It's like,
Well, here it won't get out of it
wow.
because you got to go back to all. Don't hit AI.
No, I
If
didn't hit
you
all.
there's AI mode, all image, and that's it. Don't hit AI mode. Just go to all or
Yeah.
image.
Yeah, all in image. It's just so. Yeah,
No,
there's a list. I got the list down there.
well, here's the thing too. Like, lady was giving a speech at graduation about AI, and people went boo. And when they said that something else and it was going to be just like destroyed, they went yay. So I don't think people want AI. So those of you that are promoting it, I hope it tanks on you because I love how people are going to be paying the electric bill and the water bill for it. And like I said, I've got eavesdroppers around here. If they don't want to listen, tough.
Let's see.
Go put your TV on and listen.
Friendship
Otherwise,
one, compatible, friendship compatibility and Myers-Briggs, often based on shared cognitive functions from Psych Central plus out of 3. Ugh. I don't even remember what mine is anymore.
Was it ISF?
I had to look at the media assets. See, mine was that one.
ISFP?
ISFP.
According to that, let me see if I'm reading. Where's mine? Mine was the T, right? TP?
What's this IN stuff? IS.
I think it's safe to say that this thing is driving everybody nuts because we're going too far above and beyond for something that's a pseudoscience.
ISFP and ENFJ. It's like top friendship matching. Where am I on top here? I don't even see on the top part. It's like ENFP and EN. Like, it's
Well, what is
on
mine
top
again?
friendships.
Mine is, where's mine again? Let me look it up. Mine is, let's see what mine is.
INTP and ENTJ and INFJ feature analytical depth combination with decisiveness or emotional insight. And that was through Befriend. Yeah.
INTP dash T personality. Okay. Compatible with
ENTJ.
Compatible. Yeah. Okay. According to the logisticians are most compatible with intuitive electrical stimulating partners, especially ENTP, like you said, INTJ, and ENTJ, who appreciate their need for autonomy and intellectual growth. The ENTP, the visionary, often considered the best match, sharing the same dominant. So put yours in. Put in, what was it?
ISFP.
-T. Personality, compatibility. Don't put Myers-Briggs. Don't put whatever. Just put what yours is, because I'm reading mine. -T, personality, compatibility. Now, change after personality, put compatibility. No freeze, no nothing. Just leave it as compatibility at the end. What else do you have? Okay. Now hit enter and see what you get.
ISFP. I understand why Nev Fountain has problems with acronyms. This is just, my God.
Yeah. Try being dyslexic with this.
ISFP, ISFP-T, turbulent adventurer types are sensitive, empathetic, and flexible partners who value deep emotional connections and authentic affection. They are most often compatible with types that respect their needs for independence, such as ESFJ, ISTP, INFP, ISFP. Turbulent types are more likely to seek reassurance and experience stress, benefiting from partners who provide stability, communication, and emotional support. So,
oh wow. Look, read, like, when you go down, there's like a ton of stuff, like with mine. There's top compatible matches, key compatible. This is live, people. Somebody's talking about me, if you know that old proverb. Okay. Read your top compatibility matches.
ESFJ.
What is it called? Do you have it in the percent? They don't have parentheses around it?
No, of course not. They're just, yeah, he's just trying to get people to go look it up.
Mine actually has all the parentheses on it.
Well, aren't you lucky? I think I closed it down. No, it's there. Personality type. Okay, personality type. I said ESFJ. ES E S ES FJ. A consul. A sentinel. Okay. Or ISTP. Right.
Well, while you're looking those up real quick, so you have them. Look those up so you have them. I'm going to read mine because I have all the stuff here. Being an INTP, my top compatible matches are ENTP, the visionary, often considered the best match, sharing the same dominant intuition, allowing for endless brainstorming and playfulness. INTJ, the strategist, offers high intellectual compatibility, shared intuition, and a mutual preference for structure, efficiency, and deep thinking. ENTJ, the commander, provides a balance to the INTP's introvision, aiding and excluding a goal setting while maintaining a logic. Oh, that's why the TARDIS stayed. Now it makes sense with TARDIS, right? Uh-huh. INFP, the mediator. Shared intuition, providing strong mental connection through thought, though they may face emotional challenges. What are yours compatible with? Because I have a visionary, a strategic, a commander, and a mediator.
ESFJ. Can I just click the page in? Okay. That doesn't help me. ESFJ is a console. ISTP. I can click on something again. ISTP is a virtuoso. INFP is a mediator.
Somebody just rang my
from
bell
every single list.
One's
from every single list. ISFP. Am I an ISFP? No, ISFP.
I can't even see yours because it's so tiny.
ISFP is an adventurer. So an adventurer to an adventurer.
Oh, wow.
To a console, to whatever I said before. But it's not it's ESFP. ESFP, I said it's a console. 2 ISTP is an entrepreneur, adventurer, consul, and INF.
Counselor, yeah. Oh, that makes sense for the adventurer. They need those type of people in their life.
And a mediator. So a diplomat, a sentinel, and 2 explorers. One I'm being exactly the same as me. Not an analyst.
And me, I have the more logic-based people, the strategic, the commander, the mediator, and the visionary.
Yeah, so you are a logistician, so that means you and I are not compatible.
And hence why it's a rocky start with everything.
Yeah. But I can deal with one diplomat, a sentinel, and myself as an explorer, and another explorer, an entrepreneur.
Yeah. But the funny part is, what are your key compatibility drives? Because that's interesting.
So, but it does list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the such as. Oh yeah. So ESFJ share same functions but in different order, balancing compassion with practicality. ISTP, they share similar values and a need for personal space and freedom. INFP, INFP, they connect deeply through mutual understanding, sharing idealism and creativity, but also gives ISFP. Why'd you say that? Okay, never mind. ISFP, 2 ISFPs can form a comfortable, easygoing partnership with minimal conflict. There's also one more, INFJ. INFJ, another diplomat, an advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So an advocate, both are sensitive and share similar cognitive functions in Model G, allowing for a high degree of empathy, though they must handle disagreements carefully. And the compatibility dynamics, challenges with growing orientation, what they seek, what they bring, what the personal conflict there, key consideration. Oh, yeah, I say, it's too much.
Yeah, but for me, I'm loyal, but not traditionally romantic. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's the crazy part of things. Now, that's why I said this is what was a fun thing, because I wanted other people to partake so we could see if anybody matched. Now, here's the funny part. I match with Christian as a high compatibility, and that explains a lot, because him as the commander, listen to what it says again, provides balance to the INTP's intravision, aiding in exclusion and goal setting while maintaining logic and efficient dynamic. The goal setting was to keep TARDIS alive,
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from. That's why I wanted to know what Mel had. That's why I wanted to know what Katie had, Michelle. I wanted to know what they had, because a lot of men take this test. Okay. A lot of women don't take this test. So I wanted to see what they would get, because as you saw, my type is very rare. Especially, like, you know what I mean? So what does that tell you about this? Is it real? Is it not? Is it like scare you? Because will you not be friends with somebody because of it? Or even though it's your compatibility, meaning that's who you need to be with romantically? A confirmation cloth. I think that's what it could be too, but it ties into our show yesterday about perception. Because what do you perceive with this? Get it? What is the perception based on this? Because this was used back during the war to section off soldiers into different types of area. If they were the commander, they were the leaders. They were the, you know what I mean? The logic stayed back, and they were the technicians. They were, what would you do with this? Like, what is the perception of this? So it does tie into our show from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mental thing. Think about it. If someone takes this as true science, what is the mental capacity on it, that if you don't find somebody that's your equal match, or you want to live up to this? What is the stigma damaging that if someone takes this as true personality? They forget about nature versus nurture and environment and all the other things to include in that. And me being dyslexic also skews it other ways too, because some of these traits could be part of being a neurodivergent, autistic, dyslexic. And that's what explained to me when I took this test back when I was first evaluated in the 80s, as well as all the times it's for fun. They do it to see what you would be, just to break the ice and everything. And I always get logistician. So that tells you something. And people who know me, but otherwise, like tonight's show, I think we're going to have to try different hours because I think it's too late at night for some people. You know what I mean? And stuff. But that's the perception of things. So what do you think?
I can understand it and how people trying to find that perfect mate because of this.
Yeah. And
But then when you have a child comes about, the child may not follow either traits as to how they're going to be compatible with their parents. So
right.
because they're going with science, they're fact. So there's no perfect blueprint.
The perception of this test is skewed. And that's the crazy part about it. And that's why I like that everybody was doing it on Instagram as a thing. I was like, oh, this is coming back around again. Because you see this every decade. Somebody does this test and everything because they just want to do it for fun.
I remember from when Adam Ruins Everything, when he had his show, Adam Conover, and he has...
Oh, really cool guy. He loves coming to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, he talks about everything here and there. But then he would have to do other episodes saying, yeah, we were wrong about this because people say, oh, the facts were wrong. It was this way, that way. So that's not even a proven facts.
Right. That's why we're saying
doing
it's pseudoscience.
Yeah. They're doing all these things. And like the episode when his friend, the character of Emily went against him when he was going to the mall. And he was wearing his glasses and said, nope, this company bought out all these companies, and like they also bought out Oakley, dropped it down to nothing, so they bought them out. So you had to make that understanding of nothing is like
what it seems.
Not always wrong. Yeah, Adam ruins everything. Well, this time Emily ruins everything. It's a ruin for him, and talked about how malls were not the way they were supposed to be. I personally still like the mall.
Like that, yeah.
They are. It was. You go into a mall, if it's hot, cold outside, you were in there. It's raining, you're in the little building. So you had everything enclosed, everything was fine. But then they went to the original idea of outside strip malls like they used to be. It's like, yeah, then you park one place, but then you have to get to your car and rain, everything else.
Well, how about like with medical insurance? Everyone perceives the better insurance you get seen, or the lower insurance, they're like, we're just gonna go live with it. The perception of someone having that insurance. Like when people look at me, they perceive that I have money, I'm given everything because of what I am. And then they see me on TV, all that stuff. They think, oh, you're getting what? No, I'm not those foo-foo fancy ones and everything. I don't care about likes and everything and that. But I never got things growing up. Like I said, the perception of things is that people perceive based on what is handed to them. And if someone's perception is not up to date on things, just like software, update your software. People don't update their software. Like I've got people who see me 20 years later and go like, oh, how you been and stuff. They never updated their software. I've got somebody next door that don't update their software since I was born. They keep having glitches every time they try to update their software on me. So what do we do about that? How do you perceive things? So this personality, even though it does match me, there are some things it doesn't because it is my dyslexia. So is this a true perception of what my personality is? Or is it something that someone made so many years ago that has been tweaked over the years to be somebody else's perception of how our personalities are? There you go.
Is that on a banner or a comment? Comment, okay.
Yeah.
Perception, a process by which individuals organize and interpret their sensory impressions in order to give meaning to their environment. People's behavior is based on their perception of what reality is not on reality itself. The world as it is perceived is a world that is behaviorally important. And they had the other one as well, because
Yeah,
it popped up yesterday. The overview of perception psychology. Perception refers to the process of interpreting sensory information in order to comprehend the environment. Overview. Perception refers to how sensory information is organized, interpreted, and consciously experienced. According to SU,
S2.
SU, Gesundheit, perception is our sensory experience of the world around us. It involves both the recognition and environmental stimuli through which we gain information about the environment that are critical to our survival. Page 45 of
That's it. We have to thank them as
helpprofessor.com.
well. There was a example they sent.
And examples of visual examples, we have visual perception, the ability to interpret and utilize visual data; auditory perception, the interpretation, understanding, and utilization of sounds, words, and auditory stimuli; and tactile perception involves the sense of touch, which includes detecting texture, temperature, pressure, and pains
Sensation.
sensations. But again, we're following this
Mhm.
information. Some follow it to the T,
Right. That's
some
why
to
it was
lowercase
these
t.
2 shows relate to each other, but it was really supposed to be just this show,
Yeah.
you know?
But even though,
But
and like Adam did the show on the, well, people say, oh, this is my personality. That's my personality. But it was a mother and daughter that created this. So it's
Mhm.
like, it's not
It's
real
not true
science. Even
science.
science itself, can be proven wrong. As my quote from the second
Mhm.
doctor from Tomb of Cybermen, no, sorry, Wheel in Space. Logic, my dear Zoe, merely enables one to be wrong with authority. So they
Mhm.
can create anything they want, saying it's logical, but it's not always right. It can be wrong, but proving them wrong, they'll make up something else. So it's, humans are an intricate thing. They do what they want, but then again, with
And we're not
animals,
robots.
no.
That's the thing. Some people think we are and want us to be 100% like a robot, but
Then you
like
get,
machines, we can break down.
and even with animals, like you're driving and you see a squirrel, and you think the squirrel's going to stop. No, the squirrel's going to think, oh, they're going to run past the car, and they don't.
How about deers?
Deers as well. They see the deer, they stop there, and they wreck your car. So I've had the people that experience the deer problem. See people doing squirrels. I go, when I see
Mhm.
a squirrel, I go slow because they're trying to run across things. They go fast. Like, no, they stop and they run back the other way. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
you're not going to beat it, but it's in their mindset. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And when the
No.
deers go, oh, and they go, oh no,
Yeah,
it's
family members have had cars totaled
yeah.
by deers since they moved down south.
So
Yeah.
all the thought processes from every living being is one way. You can't determine what they're going to do. Squirrels, deers, people, like they ask where something is, like, oh, just look at the sign. And
But
or like, how big is this place? You can't go find it. You just walk past it. Oh, you walked past it.
but
Yeah,
the
obviously you
no,
did.
remember like I said yesterday, we're perceiving things. You're
Yeah.
perceiving it that way because we don't know because their perception was probably skewed by their upbringing. So you cannot fault them. And that's a lot of things people do. I know it's annoying because trust me, I sit there and I deal with annoying people every day.
Hmm. And as you did,
Right.
the
Yeah.
people that did their things,
Right.
and they do it on purpose. These people just don't have the conscious sense of
Hmm.
taking times like, all I have to do is
And
look.
I think my stomach is telling me it's time to eat too because it's late. But like
Oh,
I said, I also had an unboxing for you guys or an unbagging because I know what's in there. And everybody made me hungry on TARDIS because they were doing things. We're still looking for a host to help me out here, but the problem is that the perception of some of my hosts that I have been interviewing, they can't handle Gen Z and Gen X together. They can't. They're fighting too much. Let's put it that way.
maybe hungry, babe.
No, that was Christian and the other ones made us hungry. I have half a cheesecake in my fridge.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have half a cheesecake in my fridge that I need to eat because I have been trying to be good. Because I don't treat myself to things, guys. And when I do, it sometimes gets ruined. That is why the cheesecake is in here and not next door at my family.
Cheesecake.
It's the perception of how you see things. It's the perception of this test. Is that my personality or is it not my personality? You know? We deal with a lot of people whose perceptions of others are so skewed, it's not funny. And I hate that because due to a situation perceived by others, my channel was shut down. Not shut down fully, but like a temporary hiatus in the sense of it was still running Comic-Con stuff and other things little by little so that I could stay open on it. But too many people perceived what someone said to them and ran with it, never meeting me. And the ones who have met me, some are like, we're so sorry. And others are like, I don't want you around. You bother me. You are the devil incarnate. You are this, you are that. No, I'm not. I don't have devil horns. Never could afford them. I got Todoroki ears. Okay? I'm telling you guys right now, Mental Health Awareness Month is a big deal for me. I don't want to see anybody get upset, hurt, or anything because of other people's perception of things. I wanted this night to be fun, but as you see, the perception of others felt that it was not going to be fun, or they couldn't perceive to tell us the truth if they were busy or not. And that also goes to perception of their character as well. How I perceive people. Because people perceive me, but they know my situation, and I get people who don't fault me. Like my friends and everything at Pyramid Club, like my friends at, with Roomful of Sky Records, all these punk society, everyone is funny. They all don't fault me because they know what's going on in my life. My voice acting friends, everybody, right? But the people I wanted to make friends with and trust perceive me another way because they've got their own perception of life. And it's sad. And it hurts because I know so many people know things and I want to interact, but because of my situation right now, it's very hard because I'm working with people of generations that don't understand what this is. They think this is fun and games. It's a toy. It's whatever. Not realizing that this is the way the world might be going if something overtakes and keeps laying off a lot of people. The perception of the world right now is that there are jobs. No, they're not. I'm fighting with kids who just graduated now, even this summer. Once these next few weeks come, especially with the graduations for college and school, they're going to have summer programs and they're going to take away from adults looking for jobs because they're going to have kids. But then if the kids can't even get jobs because of AI implementing and training and stuff, I mean, China just banned AI altogether about losing jobs and stuff. They have to retrain their staff for different things because computers will fail if they're not programmed correctly. I mean, look at the world today, right? But I'm sitting here going like, people want to perceive me as whatever. They want to see me fail. Then I'm looking at you like, boy, your perception must be skewed to wish somebody failure. That's just wrong, And I heard it every day growing up. You can't be like your sister. You can't be like this. Stop showing off. Stop whatever. But that's what I was good at. I was aligned with that. But the perception to everybody was I was a show off. Even though that's what my gifts were that were given to me. My sister couldn't do things I could do. But because I could, then everything else, and my stomach is growling, as you just heard, and stuff. So how about we do the unbagging and then we go get something to eat because you made me hungry. All right.
No, they did. I was just following through.
Yeah, you just made it worse. You know. So want to do the yellow bag since it has figures in it and stuff?
Sure.
We can show off some figures. If not, we'll do both bags, and then that way I can. Yeah. Well, let's try the yellow one. Now, thank you to the B&H factory for having Nikon at their thing because their bags are strong. Okay. But most of the stuff is from Comic-Con and stuff. Okay. So let's put that down there for a second while I make room for when I pull them out. I'll put them there. Okay. So basically what happened is this. When I went to Comic-Con, there was this booth called, if I can pronounce this right, Amphina. I can never, it's cats. Okay. They had a big machine there. I didn't know the first couple of days there was a machine that actually was giving out things, right? It was one pull, you get online and everything and stuff, right? So what I got out of the one pull from the machine, because this I bought, okay, was this little guy. He is a little witch's cat. And everyone said I got a rare one when I pulled it and everything. He's got a little star there and everything. Really good company. And it's called Memios, this one. It's called Cat Face 2024. All right, that's the one for him. If you can try to get that tag. This is what I hate about these things with the tags. Let's see, can we get it? There we go. They were at Comic-Con. They were really cool and stuff. But this one, these were the mystery plush. They're the elementals. And I forgot which one I got because trying to pack this thing back in the box is not fun because something just fell off of it now too. Okay. So if I can get this out again and stuff, I had to put him back in his bag. Or did I even open it? Did I even open? Yeah, I did open this one. I had gotten this one. And I forgot which one this was, but I think it's the dragon. I think it's a dragon. I'm not sure. I got to figure out. This one, where's the card? There's supposed to be a card in here. Tells you which ones are which and everything. And I think I got this is elements. So this is Air Cat. I got air. Some people wanted the one on the bottom with the wings, Dark Cat. So yeah, so I have elements of air and I have my little mystery cat. So that's pretty. Now he won't go back in the bag. So yeah, I would recommend this company. If I can get the cat back in the bag. Hurry up, Schrodinger's cat, go back in the box. Go back in the bag. I wanted to protect it because they're too cute. I want to get a chance to put them places, right? So if you guys want to get to know them, they are Amphimans, if I can pronounce it right. And the box has ears. So that was one thing I had gotten. Really cool and stuff. So that's there. I have to find out where the other thing fell off of this. Okay. So we'll toss them over there. Next was, it got a little crushed, but this was done by my friend at Pin Club. If you guys, this was the poster for their latest pins and comics. So this was their comic. And it's funny, I think it's, what is this called? Their version of Ghost. So that's interesting that you have a thing of Ghosts and I have a thing that they wrote this. The comic actually got a gradient of 10. Whoever got the comics, I just got a poster that's gotten crumbled over the years. But this was a pin set they had created and everything, so I have to go put that in a tube. And then here's where it gets interesting. This was Royal Collectibles. They were there. They were doing a buy two get one free or buy three, whatever it was. Whatever the deal was and everything, and ignore the prices. But this is Kohaku from Dr. Stone. Her voice actress has the same legal name as me, except she spells it differently and stuff. Her English voice actress. Really cool character, really cool figure, and yeah, that's what it looks like full and everything. So you have that. Then you have one of the characters I cosplay, Marie. You know what I mean? Mari from Evangelion, you know? And this is the white suit that they wear, not that pink one she usually wears. So this is a super premiere figure. So that was pretty cool. And then I won this in a spinning thing because now the show is off the air due to things. But I won the guy from Smiling Friends. Okay. Everyone is like, and I didn't open it yet. It's still sealed. So a lot of my friends said since the show went off the air, Adult Swim, not to open this. But it's funny how the box looks because you can see. Get it? Okay. So that's that. And let's see what else we got in here. I picked her from the same company as Hayaku. Because I don't like Demon Slayer that much, but I do like the characters with the butterflies. So I just picked her for the butterfly. I have no idea who she is, but I just picked it because I like the design of her or him, or depending on what it is, because you never know in anime. And because the bottom had a butterfly, and I have a thing with butterflies. So this was just too cute and everything. So I gotten that. And there's a lot of pieces that fell off in here. And I got to make sure to put them back together. And then what else? Is this the last one, or there's a few things in there, but it, like that. And then sorry guys. That's the dust off of these. That's how, yeah. I found this, and everyone says this was a find. This is Asana, which my friend Shermie does the voice of from the movie for Sword Art Online. And it's one of her variant cosplays. Why are they not letting me speak about this? I always believe the universe stops you from talking about something because there's a reason. So I guess we're not going to talk much about this, but I got this from Comic-Con, and the phone numbers for the place is on there too and everything. The rest of the stuff that's in here is just a fan from Duolingo, which I definitely need to breathe because of the dust. I got another fan from Turkey, the anime. And what else was in here? Oh, microphone cover that I got for free, and a trading card for one of the animes. So that's what's in this bag right now. And that's it on this one. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you to them with Nikon bags. So these bags have a bottom, they're cool, and they're reusable. Because those are going in a box so they can stay protected. So what do you think, Rev? Cool figures?
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys want to check out, like I'm saying, if you guys want to check out the shop, it's called Royal Collectibles. The phone number is 718-793-0542. They have, let's see if you can pull that up right there. Don't look at the price, guys. Do not look at the price. I didn't pay this price for them. I would check them out, see what they have and everything. But I did get it. That's what happens on a Sunday when you get a Sunday deal and they want their stuff so they don't have to carry it back. You get deals. So I got those 4 figures for a very good price. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this year because, like I said, I have been looking for work. I've been out of work for a year. Everything has been, like I said, a mess. And that's why we need to bring the GoFundMe up for now because, guys, it's not fake. Stop perceiving as fake because you listen to somebody who's doesn't know my life, doesn't know anything, and thinks they know everything. But this is a reminder too that I will be at Anime NYC. You keep mixing them up.
Oh,
yeah, that's the. He always puts the Anime NYC one, guys, because I always want to put it with the Bronx Comic Con, and every time I talk about the GoFundMe, he puts this one. Good, yes. Switch them out and we'll talk about rewind. See, perception.
I'm gonna find them. Oh, there's GoFundMe. I actually put GoFundMe on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this one is the GoFundMe people. Okay. So switch back the thing back so they can scan that one. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna pull up my GoFundMe and read you what's going on because let's see if it'll work on here. No, it won't work on this one. It won't work. I gotta come up out of my phone and do it. But let's give you some backstory on this because, like I said, I am hurting right now. It is hard to find a job. I get ageism, I get everything else, you name it, and everything. And people just keep wanting to say that this is not worth their time or anything. And I'm like, for what? What did I do to you? I'm not asking for it to spend on the conventions. I have almost an $18,000 credit card bill that I've been living off of because of not being able to find work. And I need to get that paid. And everyone's like, well, just find work, just find work. I have been looking for work. I get denied so many times. And people donate for tattoos. And I'm like, and they get the money for the tattoos, but I need to pay for bills and stuff. And I can't even do that. So it's basically like if you go to the website, it says since the GoFundMe has been created, only a handful of people have donated. Over 1,000 have brushed it off, thinking it was not even worth $1 to spare. And is it worth $1, people? Because think about it. Just put $1. You pay for coffee, right? And everything. $3, $4 and everything. You know, why don't you just get it? Like, just put $1. It can't hurt you guys. You know? Because there's so many people, I'm not begging for it. It's just that I don't want you guys to dismiss this because of somebody's perception or ideologies that I don't deserve this. When I work so hard, I have donated to other people's GoFundMes and everything, and I'm not expecting in return from them because they are serious too about their situations. But it's the idea of if you can't donate, share it to someone who can. I'm not begging you guys because it's hard. How do I pay off a $17,000 credit card, another one with $2,000, $3,000 on it because I'm living off of them because this economy sucks. I never took anything during COVID. I never whatever and stuff, but all I'm asking is that you guys share this and donate. It's $1, you know? $1. If you want to donate more, you can, but how is $1 going to break you guys? And that's what upsets me. You'll pay for, I've had friends that have cancer research and they still haven't met their goals. But someone gets a tattoo and all this other stuff. You guys are willing to do it and stuff. One of my friends was lucky he got the money to pay when his parents had a apartment fire recently over here. You know? That was a miracle. Because most people I know who need the money, including me, we're sitting here not getting it while other people are getting it. And it's not being that I'm right. You're giving it for stupid stuff. I'm going to say that right now. Us who need it really need it. And it's no joke, people. I don't get paid to do these podcasts. I don't get paid to do anything at the conventions. Okay? My books don't even make money. I get $5. That's it. In a year. Okay? $5. What am I going to do with $5? Okay? So please, out of the kindness of your heart, if you cannot donate, don't pass it by. Just pass it to somebody that can. I know there are people out there, are they philanthropists and everything that have to do something for taxes, you know? I even keep praying that somebody sees my bank accounts, my credit card accounts at the bank and be like, I'm going to pay them off for her. Do something good for her. Because it seems that everybody always just wants me to pay for them, but when it comes time when I need help, only a select few come to the aid, and that is this person right here, because he created this after seeing what I went through, only to have it dismissed by others. So please, if you can donate and stuff, but think about it, you know? And then we have the other things that are happening. We have me heading to Anime NYC, Bronx Comic Con, which is coming up, and you have those, Reverend, right? Coming up right now.
The convention, Bronx
Yep.
Comic Con.
Bronx Comic Con. I don't know if the code is still valid, but it is basically a very cool convention. You get to meet artists, you get the 501, the Jedis, everything, wrestlers, you name it. It is voice actors. It is so fun and everything. It's local. It's the cutest thing and stuff. Guys, you gotta go. Lone Wolf Comics sponsors it, and basically, please go and stuff. And then I'll be at Anime NYC again this year. I'm not going to probably be press or anything because the press room is only limited to those who they feel can allegedly give them the best newsreels and everything, but not, so after the experience I had last year, I don't think they're going to even pick me as press because of everything, because a lot of us did have a bad experience. And that, I'm not saying alleged. There was a bad experience and people saw it and people came to my aid, and I still don't like the fact of how I was being treated. But there is a new staff there this year, so let's see what happens and stuff. But it's the same people running the press department, so but it'll be, what I mean? I won't be constricted by the con press, if you know what I mean. I'll be able to do my own press while I'm there. So check me out when I'm at Anime NYC, show that one. How do you keep like you got them all like
Okay, there's so many other banners we got to go through, and
yeah.
Anime NYC. There it is.
Yep. So that's the link to my Instagram page. You guys can because I need likes and shares and everything on everything and stuff. I mean, we even have my I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have nothing better to do because I'm looking for work. But at this point right now, the work I would rather do is so I can be able to partake in conventions, because I've worked my whole life where I never got to do anything. And yes, that's a blessing. The universe got me out of that job situation, but it forgot the money, So, yeah. So catch me on August 20, 21st, 22nd, 23rd there at Jacob Javits Convention Center and stuff, guys. And just be happy, like it's gonna be a fun day, and you can give a shout out on my channels and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this onto a tablet so I can actually go live, or I'll just do regular YouTube live from there, because like I said, it won't be as professional, but it'll be professional, and stuff like that. And where my links are to my YouTube channels, you got those and everything?
See, YouTube channels. Let's go back to banners. Let's see. Besides the GoFundMe here. And Lulu here.
Yeah, because my books, guys, we got to start getting me some money,
And
the picture with the QR codes that have the two. We're not doing this late at night again. We're not doing this late at night. Everybody's exhausted. We're going to do this during the day. That's Instagram. And that one, if you take the bottom banner off, they can see it on the regular page. Those are to my Gadget Pendragon After Dark, and those are to my Gadget Vlogs. If you would like to subscribe, please do, and like and share, because I need the likes, but I don't depend on the likes. I don't depend on the, I'm not that. I if it takes me months, it takes me months. I don't care. I'm not desperate. I'm desperate for a job, yes, in something I'm creative at, but for everything else, not desperate. No. This is just for fun. Be nice if it takes off, but yeah. And then what else we've got? The TARDIS going to be where?
Let's see. Let's go to the other one. Let's go jump into Legends of the Traveling TARDIS.
And show you guys where they're going to be.
And Space Coast Comic Con, June 20th to 21st, 2026 in Melbourne, Florida. We got Epic Verse Fan Con, August 21st to 22nd, down Dog Track Road in Longwood, Florida. Go further down the road, you find Acme Comics off of State Road 434. Just head straight down 1792, and you'll be able to get there so you can find more stuff, as well as here. Supposedly, allegedly, quite possibly, there will be Daleks roaming around, because Daleks of Florida. We have Ancient City Con, which I'm going to put this picture on instead.
Yes.
Ancient City Con in St. Augustine, Florida, September 25th to 27th at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort. And I think that's all we have there besides Billy.
Yeah. And the kitchen killers and everything.
Killers.
So yeah. So let's get back to my studio. Unless you want to show Billy's commercial little ad.
That's a copyright thing.
I know. So we'll just go back to mine. And I need you guys to like and share because I need to get my likes. I need to do whatever because I want to bring back my shows. I want to have fun. But I can't do it without you guys because, everything is better after dark. Bye.